Good morning. How are you? Good. A few are awake, the rest are napping, I can see. But hopefully we can wake you up a little bit. So welcome to this session about the end-to-end process of building a ISV SaaS app on the Power Platform. It's day 3, so I assume by now you know what the Power Platform is? No? You're tired? Clay know what it is. It's awesome. So that means I have to spend a little bit of time there. So we're going to go through very quickly what the Power Platform is, why you should care about it, both as an ISV, if that's what you are, or as a pro developer. And then we're going to go through the end-to-end process of building an app on the platform. So the Power Platform is really one high productivity platform that spans Office, Dynamics, and the ability to build standalone applications. So if you look at the bulk of it, we have Power Apps, Flow, and Power BI. We also think about it as act, automate, and analyze. So you have Power Apps for building transactional applications on the transactional store, Power BI for analytical dashboards, analytical apps, and then Flow for automation. Think any business process, any data flow, any approval process is really where Flow plays a role there. And it's all built on the Common Data Service, which is kind of partly the storage, but also a lot of the business logic you get out of the box with the Power Platform. And we'll actually walk through what some of those capabilities are in the demo. And then data connectors. We tend to say, put all your data in the Common Data Service and everything is fabulous. But we know that not all data you want to move it there. So you have data that is born elsewhere and that continue to be born elsewhere. For that, when you don't want to do dedicated data movement, you can use connectors. We have a number of, like, I think there's now 240 connectors to just connect to data at one time when you're building applications. And obviously, it's all built in Azure, which gives you the comfort of Azure, but also as pro developers, give you the opportunity to branch out and use some of those additional Azure services that can easily be pulled in and work with in collaboration with the Power Platform. On top of that, we have the business apps. So we have, obviously, Dynamics 365. So you can think about it as Dynamics 365 is a Power App in its pure nature. It has a different licensing, but it's really built using the Power Platform. If you customize Dynamics, you use the Power Platform. We also the customization platform for Office, which means if you have a SharePoint list and you want to customize, you're really using the Power Platform. So think the extension or the replacements of InfoPath. You can also create an app backed by data in SharePoint, and web apps and mobile apps, and of course, ISV applications, which is where we're going to spend some time today. So going under the hoods a little bit from the pretty picture, just separate it out a little bit so you can get a feel for what you're getting with the Power Platform. So at the top, we have all the applications, including the ISV app layer, which is up here, where you can build your extensions. And then you have the common data model and the common data service. To illustrate what this really means, if you have a customer or you are using Dynamics, let's say Dynamics 365 for sales, and you enter a transaction, you're using the account entity. That account entity, because sales is natively built on top of the Common Data Service, that account, the schema of account, is identified publicly in the Common Data Model, which is really our logical representation of our schemas. So all the schemas we have are available out on GitHub for all of our first-party apps, but you will also see new extensions where we have what we call solution accelerators for verticals, where partners go together to identify accelerators for healthcare, higher education, etc. That is all to accrue to this concept of a common data model where you can easily build apps on top of each other. And obviously, once a customer enters an account information, that data is stored in the common data service. And because the schema is known, also Power BI will obviously know about that schema, and without doing a whole lot of ETL, because we already know what the schemas are, you can build analytical apps pretty easily on top of that, whether it's on top of the data lake or directly on top of the common data service. And of course, the same schema is available for ISVs to build on and to extend. But let's say you want to customize and you are selling into credit unions. You're not having accounts. You want to use members. You can easily create your own custom entities, which will participate in that same ecosystem. Now take a look at the common data service there in the middle, and I want to double click just 1 second for what are all of the business logic you get as part of the common data service. So obviously it's your data storage. So if you're a SQL person, this is your data storage. But in addition to that, you get a ton of business logic out of the box. Connectors. We have an infrastructure, a framework for you to create custom connectors. It can be done literally in a couple of days. If you own the data source, you can go through a certification process and have that connector show inside our UI as a certified connector. We have the entities, obviously the data model. You can build, you get a framework for business rules, for flows, as well as the actual user interface we build on. And you're saying, look, I'm a pro dev. I don't want this low-code, no-code stuff. I want to build my own code. By all means, knock yourself out. We always talk about Power Apps and Power Platform as low-code, no-code. That does not mean there's no place for extensibility. It does not mean there's no capabilities for pro developers to go and extend. So let's say you look at our UI and you say, I want to build my own UI. Knock yourself out. It's all open. You can build your own UI, but still take advantage and use the common data service for other partners and customers to build their own UI on top. Or you can say, I really like your UI, but I want to build my own custom controls to participate as part of that UI. We just announced the public preview of the Power Apps component framework, which allows you to do that. So there's plenty of flexibility for you to go and dig in there. So why should you care? I've covered most of this. First of all, it is faster time to market because you don't need to spend your time standing up a provisioning service. You don't need to spend your time defining schemas for each of the apps you're building. We give you schemas for the common entities or tables out of the box. You don't have to spend your energy defining a framework for business logic, for data flows, etc. That is out of the box. Also, this rich developer pro extensibility that we have been hiding pretty well is there as well. And finally, it allows you to unlock customizations for your end users of your applications. It is very easy for a customer to buy a subscription to your multi-tenant SaaS app, and that really resonates with customers. But down the line, they know the data is gold, so they want the capabilities to customize, build their own apps on top of that. So when you think about digital transformation, whatever app you're building, you're collecting data that is worth a lot for the digital transformation for that customer. With the Power Apps platform, you can give them the ability to use that data as part of other data processes and business flows, etc. So what are the ISV app patterns? Very, very high level. We have a website where you can go and dig into these. You can really think about the middle one. You can choose to just extend Dynamics 365. So if you're having Dynamics 365 for sales and you want to create a vertical app for a specific industry, you can start with Dynamics as your starting point and extend it or customize it. You can also say, I don't really want to build on Dynamics, neither from a functionality perspective, but not from a licensing perspective. I want to build directly a standalone app on top of the Power Platform. You can do that with a Power App Plan 1 or Plan 2 license, or directly with Power BI. And finally, you have Connect, which will say if you have a multi-tenant SaaS app on Azure or some other cloud, and you build functionality you want to make available to business app users as part of the CRM or sales and marketing, you can build in components there. Or you can say, look, I want to build a connector to my SaaS app, allowing my customers to create their own apps on top of my data using the Power Platform. You can do that as well as part of the Connect scenario. With that, I'm going to go into building an end-to-end solution. Obviously, with 10 minutes to spare, that's going to be pretty quick. Here's the whole flow for what it would take to build an app end-to-end. This is from an ISV perspective. If you are an end customer, you are probably not going to take the last 2 steps. But otherwise, it's really the same, right? So you provision an environment, etc. But I'm going to use an example. So I'm going to be building a veterinary clinic patient management solution. And here are the steps I'm going to go through. First, I'm going to provision a developer environment. I have pre-built some tables or entities one for pet, one for owner, and one for actually registering the patient records. I've added business logic, and I've built an app. We have two app types: model-driven app, which is really when my patient come into the examination room, we ask them a ton of questions like, what has happened since we saw you last? Have you changed your diet? Have you been vomiting, had diarrhea? All those delicious things, we're going to ask them, and we're going to ask for the symptoms, and whenever we have done the diagnosis, we're going to enter that, so we keep that record for the next visit, right? That is really the model-driven app that I've built, so we think more about the business process and lay out the UI on top. We don't really want a lot of creativity for how you collect that information. Then I'm going to build a companion app, a greeting app, using a Canvas app, which is a more free-form type of application. So I'm going to pull that together as we go. And then I have pre-built Power BI dashboard, which we will also be embedding into that environment. So that's really it. So I'll go through, change back to the demo. So if you are a developer and you want to test it out, recommend you go to the web and search for community plan. That is really our developer SKU. What that means is it's a single user license. You can do everything, more or less, that you can do with a Power Apps Plan 2, and it's free SKU. The only thing you cannot do is share your apps with other users, but you can still package up and share with another environment. But it's a good way of getting started really quickly. So first thing I want to go do is to go and create my entities, my tables. So here I'm already in my developer environment. And I will sort, so you see here, I have a lot of standard entities down here. This is what comes with CDS out of the box with a Power Apps Plan 2. There's 23 entities. So you see I have, for example, phone, position, recurring appointment. These are standard entities. If I'd installed Dynamics 365 for sales or marketing and talent, I would have seen a different set of entities, a much larger set of entities. But this you get out of the box with Power Apps. I have, however, created my own entities. So I've created one for pet, and I've created one for medical history and one for owner. So if I go in here, let me just find the pet visitor record. So this is really my transactional table where I have entered all the different questions or the entry point I want to collect as I visit my patients. Also, I can create relationships, many-to-one, one-to-many, many-to-many. This is the business logic you get out of the box. You can create business rules, views, forms, which is really the starting points for the applications, as well as I can see the data. So think of this as the business logic you get for free or out of the box with the Common Data Service compared to, for example, a SQL database. I also created some option sets. So for example, for the diagnosis, I don't want each vet to go in and write up the diagnosis every time. There's a certain set of diagnoses you can give. So I created an option set, which really gives me predefined options to choose from. So it's like, is it allergies, arthritis, stress, worms, etc. So really easing that data entry person's process of building out, registering what's wrong with the animal. You can do data integration projects if you want to move data from other systems, or you can build your custom connectors, which is also accessible from in here. Now, if I was in an enterprise, I would just start creating my app immediately. Because I am an ISV, and actually if you want to distribute across systems, you will start by building a solution. A solution is really a container containing all the different artifacts that you want to package up and ship as a solution. With a solution, you also get a lot of other advantages. When I built my solution, I built in an unmanaged environment, meaning I can change it. Once I'm done and I want to distribute it, I want to export that as a managed solution, meaning I can't change it anymore. Also, I can do solution checker, which is really a quality check of the compiled package, where we run static analysis to see if you have errors, if you have areas where you can improve. We recommend you run this before publishing to AppSource for sure, because it saves you a lot of back and forth, making sure the quality of the app meets the bar for onboarding into AppSource. So I can open my solution here, and here I have the app that I already pre-built. So let me just go out and launch the application. So I have two pieces here. I have one where I can register new patients, so I can go and register my pet. You can see the names, species, if it's a dog or a cat, which breed it is, age, etc. And I have my medical records, which is really whenever a new patient enters my exam room, this is where I go and create a new record associated with each of my patients. So for example, today, I'm going to see Felix. He is already a patient, so I look him up. I could also just go ahead and create a new patient. And I could see the pet owner. This I could retrieve as well if I build in that logic. This case, it's Betty. I have just yes, no options that I can go through. And I can enter the symptoms. So I will say he has some itching and he is limping today. Let's see. Limping, there you go. And the diagnosis overall, obviously the two combined is nothing together, but we go for allergies and we register the visit when it was happened, etc. And I save that record. So this system worked. It was a very small veterinary clinic. It worked fine for what I needed, but now it has just grown. And instead of being one vet and I can see each patient, I know all of them by name, I suddenly have 20 examination rooms. I cannot remember when I saw the patient last. So to up my game for customer engagement, I want to build a greeting app. So the front personnel can get a very simple tablet app where just who is my next patient and have they checked in and why did I see them last, stuff like that. So for that, I'm going to build a Canvas app. So I'll go out here and find my application. So I have started a little bit here. So I have an app with work in process. So I'm going to say edit this one. So I'm really going to start. I'm building over the same data set. It is just it's a companion app. So instead of taking my CRM app to my front office, I am going to allow, actually I think I opened an app in here. I'm going to allow my front-end personnel to just look at the few options that is relevant for me to do my job. So let's wait like this gets started. And I've prepared a couple of steps in advance for this application to build it out. And hopefully we get started there. So this you will see looks a lot like PowerPoint. It's you drag out, you lay out your UI, and you bind to data afterwards, which is really the benefit of the Canvas-driven app. So here I have a blank canvas, and I'll go ahead and I'll insert first a gallery of data. And it will lay it out on the form right here. Let's go ahead and see what happens here. As soon as it lays it out, it will actually interpret and will bind it to a data source, and it will lay it out on the screen. So here you just see the data structure, and I'll go here, and I'll bind it to a data source. So I'll choose the common data service that I already used. But there you could actually see a lot of different data sources that I could connect to. That's where the 240 data connections will come up. So you see it automatically pulls from pet name. Here it pulls from what date this record was created. That's not really what I want. I want to know for how long they've been a patient. So it says patient since. You see, very easy to read the data in the back end and just lay it out on the form. I can easy go in here as well and add an image to it. So this is how easy it is to actually get this going on the fly. I've cheated a little bit and I've built out a system. And I have to admit, my whole laptop crashed 5 minutes before I went on stage, so it hasn't cached. But in theory here, you'll see images for the pets. And you can now go and build. What I want to do for my greeting app, I want to make sure that I create a notification to the vet who is in the back end, doesn't know who the next patient is. So I want to just create a workflow that I say when I check them in, say that they have arrived. So I'll go here and I'll add first a button. So just let that go. So I'm going to create a flow that I also have pre-created, which will literally just trigger an action and send a notification to the back office. Hopefully in a second here. I will add that button, drag it over here. Very easy to do. And I will just name that, OK. So that's the control to trigger the flow. I will also add a text input field. so I can send a message if anything has changed along with that notification. So I'll change my input field, and I'll just make it blank. There you go. And I will also give it a name. So I will call this check-in. So I have that name. Gosh. Let me just delete that. So with that, I have all the UI ready to hook it up with my flow. So I'll go in, I will choose the control that will trigger that action, and I will say create a flow. I actually went in ahead and created a flow. All I did was use a predefined template to say, I want to send an email notification, and I add it as a button inside the Canvas-driven app. So I go in here, I create flow, and there is the button I created using flow. Now it will take down that flow, and it will ask me to complete that formula on the go. So I'm going to call that check-in control for the text input. Check in. There you go. And finalize that. With that, I should be good to go. So now I can run my app. And now Cinnamon arrives, which is a Labrador. And I can say, Cinnamon has arrived. Please also check her left eye. And we say, OK. Now, without me yelling around, going and find the vet now on his handhold knows she has arrived. They ask for an additional service that they want to see, and ideally you will see that flow. I should see that flow in my inbox immediately after this opens up. So this is a way for how you can see how these systems are connected and how you send these notifications. It's still booting in my inbox. In the meantime, I also built a Power BI dashboard across the same data set where I can easily create another page in my application using a connector and pull that data in to be part of my application as well. So if I go in here, actually my internet isn't connected, but here you would see that notification pop, and I could now go in here and navigate to that analytics site where it would pull that data. So here you've seen I've used the common data service to create the model and the data structure. I built an application on top using low-code, no-code. I created a flow to automate the notification, and I built a Power BI dashboard to pull in the analytics part of that. For some reason, that's actually not showing, but I have it showing right there. So that was kind of the end-to-end flow of building the application, building a companion app where I build over the same data set, but allow different personas to have different user experiences. So going back, what you would do next is obviously go and build your extended code on top of this, if that's what you wanted to do. And I have just highlighted 4 key developer extensibility areas. One is, which you say, look, I don't really like UI, I want to build my own, you could go do that. But more importantly, you can go and just extend components of it to build your own look and feel. And that is with the Power Apps component framework that we just announced public preview for. He's going to kick me off the stage in 1 second. You can also go and extend your business processes with plugins. So let's say you have another system and you trigger a transaction and you want to send an event to Common Data Service. That is also part of the process. You can, or part of the infrastructure, you can extend all of your applications embed into Office, as well as actually extend your third-party multi-tenant SaaS applications, embedding some of these capabilities. There was a session previously on this week. There's a session this afternoon about the component framework for how to build components. And there's also one for DevOps, for using DevOps on this entire platform at the very end of the day. Last slide is the process. Once you have packaged up your app, you can publish it to AppSource for resell. Here are the steps. I don't have to go through them. Essentially, you register as a publisher. Now you build your app, which I already did, and then you literally push it out to AppSource, where we go through a certification process, and after that, you're ready to sell. With that, I am being kicked off the stage. Thank you very much for listening in. Come visit us in the booth if you want to ask questions or want to learn more. Thank you.